Watch this video with me.
There's two instances in the Bible that convicted me when I had found the Lord, but still hadn't cleaned up my language and was still cussing. And I am the first to say that I am not perfect at this. However, my heart feels the repercussions of the sin versus before I didn't think there was anything wrong with being a Christian and cussing. The first is Peter when he is being asked, do you know this man? Do you know Jesus? And as we know, as Jesus knew too, and Peter was aware of, he was about to deny Jesus 3 different times. But as he's getting questioned, as Jesus has been arrested, he's about to be crucified, Peter, his disciple, his very, 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 very close disciple, is being questioned if he knows Jesus. And to set himself apart from Jesus, he curses. And that within itself should show that that's enough to separate what Jesus embodies. The second verse is James chapter 1, verse 26, that says, anyone who says he is a Christian but doesn't control his sharp tongue is just fooling himself, and his religion isn't worth much. That can seem like a harsh verse, but as I've matured in my faith and just grown closer to God and understood how it's often the little sins, the habitual sins that we have done for almost so long or that are so routine and ritual that they feel harmless, those are the most impactful. Not saying that there's a level of sin is sin. All sin separates us from God, therefore all are bad. But I've really learned recently about how much power is in our tongue. And as the Bible says, the power of life and death is in our tongue. Also, God spoke life into existence with his tongue. He's God. He could have pointed, he could have snapped his finger, he could have done anything, but I think him saying, let there be light, and there was light, should show us, and I think he was showing us how literally life is in our tongue. Like we have the power to either bring death or life with what we speak and what we say. We also see in Genesis that God gives Adam the responsibility and the power to name all of creation. Like he gets to name the animals, the birds. He holds that power with whatever he says is. And I think that's another thing that God, one, cares about what we say, and two, it matters.